Debate is still healthy because that does help us to get to the truth, and I do need to unspin the spin today. Today, the unemployment rate fell much more than was expected. It was a shock, actually. It plunged from 4.1% in January to just 3.7% last month. Treasurer Jim Chalmers was very happy.
More people are earning more, and more people will be keeping more of what they earn as well.
Now, low unemployment, I think, is just terrific. The fewer people who are out of work, well, that's actually a moral good. People busy, making their own future. That said, this fall virtually rules out the cut in interest rates that many economists were predicting quite soon, and a lot of Australians will probably be counting on really to help pay their bills. And there's something else about these figures. For a start, can you actually trust them? Because MacroBusiness, for instance, notes the number of job ads has dropped quite a bit lately. That's the line in red. And the number of people applying for each job has soared. That's the blue line, to 150 people for each ad. And second, how much of this jobs boom actually comes from the massive surge in immigrants, which does cost the rest of us, with wealth per person, for instance, actually falling, cities crowding. Today, new figures showed a massive jump in the already insane levels of migrants we've been sucking in, to nearly 550,000 a year. That is the equivalent of taking in enough people to fill 2 Hobarts, plus now 1 Rockhampton, when we're in a slump already in building the houses we need now. But we're not just failing to build enough houses, we're also not finding enough gas for our future, let alone creating enough electricity. Because of our global warming scare and all that green tape, the Australian energy market operator now warns that Victoria, which actually is stupid enough to ban onshore gas exploration and development for a decade, is now, big surprise, going to run out of gas supplies faster than it thought. We're going to lose about half the gas supplies for Victoria in 4 years, and urgent action is needed. For one, obviously, to get more supplies. But the head of gas giant Santos says that's been choked by legal activism. He said successive governments have failed to create an investment environment to allow that supply to come online and keep Australia's energy affordable. He said we have a couple of 100 years worth of supply for our liquid natural gas projects in Australia from the gas we have in the ground, but it is no use to anyone if it stays in the ground. And Santos would know, because it's had its planned giant gas field at Narrabri in New South Wales stalled by green tape for more than a decade. It's had a giant big offshore gas project in the seas north of Darwin held up by activist lawyers and Aborigines, claiming its pipeline would annoy the rainbow serpent. Oh, and the crocodile man. So yes, unemployment has fallen, and that's great. But are we working more for less?